What's up, everybody? It's Gomedex, and we are back with more Momir's Madness, hopefully with everything all fixed and the audio's solved. Let's just hop right into it. Momir's Madness. Random creatures at random... well, not random mana costs. Random creatures at X mana costs. My avatar is still changing all the time. That time it was an image of Sarkhan, and now it's Nissa. I'm very confused. Let's just play some Magic, and maybe we'll figure out this whole avatar situation. Does anyone else have this avatar situation going on? I picked Karn as my avatar yesterday, but now today, it's just changing all the time. I don't know if that's because I'm playing Momir, and they're being cheeky, and they're like, you can have random avatars as well, or the program is just going insane. I did check and see what my avatar was selected as before I clicked play. It was Jaya. So apparently now it is selected as Jaya, but then when I hopped in it said Sarkhan, and now it's actually Nissa. So it's a very exciting, crazy stuff going on. Yeah, so my first couple cards are not good. Grappling Sundu's okay, because it has reach, so if they get a 3/2 flyer, it won't be nearly as scary as if I didn't have him. Usually that would have been pretty scary. Flying is really good in this format. And then I got a Dark Blade Agent, which is probably just a 2/3. They got one of the best 3-drops in the game. Everdon Champion is never dealt combat damage, so it can endlessly chump block things without dying. And I got a Keldon Raider, which doesn't do much of anything. I'll go ahead and discard this play and see if I can get a forest, and I did. So I will play a forest next turn, that way I have the mana to use Sundu's ability, and also that way I have 1 mana of every color at the ready, just in case I ever need it. How I usually play in Momir is I'll try to get a mana of every color, and then I'll just start playing extra mountains in case I get a Kazarov. Kazarov lets you pay a red and 3 to do 2 damage to target creature, or in case I get a Zakama, Zakama lets you pay a red and 2 to do 3 damage to target creature. So those are probably the best effects in the game, and they are both red abilities. And there are also other abilities that are pretty good that you would use in red. What was the squeaky toy noise? Does this guy make a squeaky toy noise? What is happening? I'm very confused by a lot of the going-ons here in Arena today. So I didn't attack there because the only way I would accomplish anything by attacking is if I attacked with multiple creatures, otherwise they could just block with the champion. And if I did attack with my 4/3 and my 2/3, they could just block the 2/3 with the 4/3, and my creature would die for no reason. Alright, let's start playing extra mountains, see what we get for 6 mana. I have yet to receive a Demon Lord Belzenlock in this return to Momir's Madness. Demon Lord Belzenlock, of course, when he enters the battlefield, exiles your entire library in Momir. And you die because of that. I will actually go ahead and attack with these two. Now I can actually attack, and it might accomplish something. It probably won't. They'll probably just block the 7/3 with their 2/2 and take 4, I guess. However, they could block the 7/3 with their 4/3, that way they can trade up, and then just block the 4/3 with the 2/2. And it looks like that is their plan. So at least I cleared out the board a little bit. I'm not a huge fan of when it just becomes 20 creatures versus 20 creatures, so I like to send in for combats like that. Basically, I'll send in on an attack anytime that I'm not worried about a retaliation from my opponent. As long as attacking doesn't just kill my creatures or make me die to an opposing attack, basically. That's usually when I attack in Momir. If attacks will end us will end up in us trading. I tend to do it just to clear off the board, which isn't always the best thing, it's just how I play. So let's see here, we got a Palaka Worm, that's pretty nice. Definitely would have preferred something like an Elder Dragon, or just anything with flying, maybe a Wind Reader Sphinx. But that's an okay card. Since they got a 5/4, I can't really attack now. Because yet again, if I attack with multiple creatures now, they get to eat the 3/4 with the 5/4 without losing any creatures, and then they could just block the 4/3 with their 2/2 if they don't want to lose a creature, or they could trade. It's entirely up to them. I think if I knew for sure that they would block my 4/3 with their 3/4 flyer, then I would definitely have attacked there, but I think it's a lot more likely that they just eat my Loxodon guy and save the damage with their 2/2. Alright, they forgot this guy has reach. But it doesn't really matter. Like, they give me an oops, which is cute. Because it doesn't really affect anything that guy's tapped. Kazarov is here, this is why you want multiple red. So next turn I can just play a land and use his ability twice, which is pretty nice, because then I can kill their flyer. I think I do want to get into combat now to get more counters onto Kazarov. Problem is, the only creature I really have that can attack at all is the Palaka Worm. If I attack with that, it's possible they just block with the champion. I'm at 28. I'm at 28. I'm going to do the attack. The worst thing about this attack is just if they want to attack at me with the 7/7 of theirs. I don't really have a good defense against that without the Palaka Worm, but that's fine. Alright, so I'll just trample over for 5. My ideal play there, I would really hope that they just blocked with their Palaka Worm, that way we could both draw a card and my Kazarov could get a counter on it. Because he gets a counter whenever any creature my opponents control is dealt damage. So that's why his ability's so good, is that he can kill their threats. Ooh, looks like I definitely should not have attacked, but there's only one 8-mana card with haste, and they got the one thing, so that's rough. Alright, so this is gonna hurt, for sure. I am at 28, though. And I crack back for 6, because I spend all my mana to shoot their flyer twice, and then I hit them for 6 in the air. I can crack back for more if I do some damaging blocks here. But then I don't have as good of a defense. I think I'd like to kill the Palaka Worm before I kill the 7/6, because them drawing a card doesn't matter at all here. The highest mana cost anyone needs to hit is 9, and they've already done that. They have an extra card in their hand, which means they get to play a land next turn, and then they have 9. They can try to get Sakama. So, yeah, I think I'll kill the Palaka Worm. We'll just do a even trade there, trading 7 power and 7 toughness for 7 power and 7 toughness. The other reason is because if they start doing 8-drops again and they get another Gishath, Gishath is legendary, so leaving that on the board makes 8-drops worse for them, as long as it's still around. So yeah, this puts Kazarov up to 8 now, because he will get 2 more counters from the damage from my creatures. And then he will get 2 more counters next turn when I kill their flyer, so he can also get safely out of Zakama range. So, maybe even... I guess it only gives 1 counter because all combat damage is dealt at the same time. So that's not as good, but I can still get him safely out of Zakama range. As long as they don't get Zakama their very first try, I can get this guy out of Zakama range. Zakama range means basically get him out of however much damage their Zakama could do. So, since they'll have 9 mana, their Zakama could do 9 damage to a creature. So I need to get him to 10 toughness. However, I'm very surprised they did not have a mountain in any of those 3 cards. So they only have 2 red mana. It costs a red and 2 to do 3 damage with Zakama. So, he's still out of Zakama range. However, they got a Zakama now. So, if they have a mountain... Oh, thank God they attacked. Alright. I was going to say, if they have a mountain, I cannot get out of Zakama range in time. If they just play a mountain next turn. But since they made that attack, I got to do 1 extra damage to their creatures. So I can go bam, shoot that guy dead. Wazam, Kazarov is at 9. He's out of Zakama range because I can spend 4 more mana to do 2 to something. Then he's at 10. So they can block, but then they lose a Zakama. I don't think they can win now. Because their choices are to take 9 to the face or lose their Zakama. And they can't kill my Kazarov because the second they try, I can put another counter on him. So this is a really hard spot to be in for the opponent. Looks like they are going to block. So I'm obviously going to make the only play that makes any sense. And kill their Zakama. We'll drop a Swamp out there. Not going to play a 1 mana card. Even though I could. And yeah. The only thing that can save them now is getting something that kills Kazarov immediately. And they went for 10 mana, which was a mistake if you know your mana costs. But lots of people play this casually, so not everybody knows what's at every mana cost. At 10 mana cost, there is 1 creature in the entire game of Magic Arena that costs 10 mana. Apparently now I'm a Johnny. The 1 10 mana card is a 16/16 with Indestructible. So it does not have reach, so it will guarantee that you die to a flyer if you play a 10 drop when you're dead on board to flying. So yeah, if you're ever in a situation where the only thing that will save you is getting rid of their card, then I would go for 7 mana or 4 mana. At 7 mana you can hit Meteor Golem, which destroys any permanent when he enters the battlefield, and at 4 mana you can hit multiple cards that will destroy a creature when they enter the battlefield. You still have to get really lucky either way, but if your only other option is to lose immediately, might as well try. So there's my pro tip for you. If you're ever in a spot where the only thing that is going to save you is killing their creature, play 7 mana cards or 4 mana cards. So they got a Tillinolly Summoner at 2 mana, which seems really, really good. Luckily, they're only going to be able to do it once, and then I can just kill the Summoner, because it doesn't have any kind of evasion. But they can still get a lot of 1/1s, and they will last forever, because they're probably not going to use that ability until they get the City's Blessing. Because that would be the smart thing to do. I'll discard a Plains. Highly doubt I'll need 3. Watertrap Weaver's alright. I don't think they were planning on blocking or attacking anyway, so I don't think the tapping does much. It is possible they don't care about the ability and they'll just chump block with it. Whenever deals combat damage to a player, it explores. Okay, I thought that was one of those cards that says whenever a creature enters the battlefield, you explore, which would have been really, really scary. But no, that is not nearly as scary because it's Momir. Everybody has a ton of creatures. I will have ways to block that guy. And now I have a 3/5, which blocks it really well, which is nice, but can't really attack into that. So Atrada's pretty cool. She's another 4-mana card that will destroy a creature. Problem is she takes time to do it, so if you need to kill something immediately, she's not good. But she's pretty nice in Momir, because she can just sit there and block things for a while with her 3/5 body, and then the second that that isn't relevant, you can just swing in and kill something with her, which, while she is still relevant as a 3/5, if I don't get a flyer right now, I'm just going to kill that, because flyers are scary and really good. Raging Sword Guy. Well, I killed their other guy, so that's pretty nice. If I send those in, they can just block with the flyer and kill them. I'm going to go ahead and kill the flyer. See what they get this turn. We are at 6 mana. We are in the Demon Lord Belzenlock danger zone. They got a Shivan Dragon. That makes me feel pretty bad about killing their other flyer, but the odds of them going flyer into flyer were not super high. We got a Multani, so I think we win. I think we win. Multani, one of the best cards in Momir. He's an 11/11 with Reach and Trample right now, because his power and toughness are equal to the lands you control and in your grave, which is currently 6 on the board, 5 in the grave. He gets bigger and bigger every turn. It's just an overwhelming card to play against. If he didn't have Reach, he would still be really scary, but the fact that he has Reach makes him easily one of the best cards in Momir, because things with flying and Reach are really, really important. Oh man, they got a Kazarov. Opponent has gotten very, very nice cards. They got a... The last 3 turns, they got a 4/4 flyer, a 5/5 flyer with fire breathing, and then a 4/4 flyer that just keeps getting bigger and deals damage to stuff. I don't actually know what to do right now, so I'll play this Plains first, so Multani's larger. I can play a 7-mana card, which I will do. I just don't know if I should attack or not. Because if I attack, I'm getting hit back for 9 minimum. But I guess... Actually, no, they have to block it with a bunch of stuff. What am I saying? What am I saying? Actually, I think it's just time to Alpha Strike. Because if they can't kill me on the crackback, then you might as well go all in here, because that's 13 trample. They have 4, 5, 6, 7... They've got, what, 9 toughness over there? So I think they might just die. They do just die. They were dead on board. Wow. I was overthinking that a lot. I was really scared of the fact that they had really good flyers on their field, but Multani is just that large that it doesn't matter. Alright, so 2 wins, 0 losses. Let's keep going here. See how it goes. See if we can keep getting as lucky as we've been getting. Our opponent last round was pretty lucky too, but Multani's just... One Multani is luckier than 3 really good flyers combined, which is kind of insane. Multani's ridiculous. Hey, I'm actually Karn now. That's what I actually chose as my... Nope, I guess I'm... I don't even remember her name. What is her name? God. It's, I legit don't know that character's name. It's the new green planeswalker. Because they replaced, Garrick with Nissa, and now they replaced Nissa with this lady? Who's, like, not even in the story, I don't think? It's another one of those weird planeswalkers that you're just like, why are you here? Like, Like the Planeswalker in the Duels of the Planeswalkers game that Guruk just like kills, but it is like apparently like a named character and can actually do things. Deadeye Tormentor. Looks like I should have attacked first. I think it's like a 50-50 whether you get a raid creature or a haste card at the lower mana cost, so it's probably still better to just play stuff main phase, so that you can assess the situation before you attack. But there are a lot of raid cards, so who knows. Got a little crab guy. I'm gonna mill myself for. In case I get a Multani or something that returns any land, something like a World Explorer or something like that. I feel like those cards are a lot more likely to happen than something that mills one of us a lot. Because the only creature that I really know of that does it is Fleet Swallower, and he doesn't do it enough to matter at all. I got a Warcry Phoenix. 2/2 Flying Haste. That's pretty good just because it's flying. It's definitely good on this board. All I have is 2/2s. Discard the Forest here. Get some more red mana for our own Kazarovs or something like that. No blocks from the opponent. They do not want to trade a flyer for a non-flyer. I do have an Air Elemental, so their Phoenix can't really attack well here. They got a 3/3 that doesn't do anything. It's looking like things are going my way luck-wise. Let's see if we can end that all with a Bells and Luck. Nope. Alright, well, we will deal... Let's actually shoot their 3/3. Normally I'd shoot the flyer, but I have two 2/2s that can't really attack well against the 3/3, but if the 3/3's gone, we can stay on the aggressive and just get in there. There's very few cards that will let them win now. I think the best card they could possibly get here would be a Nightmare Sphinx. That would be a 4/3 flyer. When it enters, return another card to its owner's hand. So they could get a 4/3 flyer to block my 4/4 flyer, and they could kill my 6/6. So that would be pretty nice. Alright, well now they're just dead. They weren't actually dead on board, but then my 7-drop makes all of my stuff do double damage, so now they're dead. Yet again. So that was a very lucky game. I'm not gonna lie, that was basically all luck. Classic Momir there. Alright, well, that is 3 wins, 0 losses. Heading into round 4. Oh, I'm this lady again. Oh, wait, is she Arlen Cord? Is her name Arlen? Oh, wait, well, I'm Liliana. I know who Liliana is. The Avatar game continues. Alright, here's a mountain. Passing the turn. Here's a swamp. I will actually go ahead and start the randomness with a 2-mana card. My opponent seems like they would rather wait. A 2/2 Vigilance for 2 is nice. It is, I guess, slightly above average. It might just be average at this point because creatures keep getting better as the game gets older. Or just, creatures are really good right now in Standard. So 2/2 Vigilance might just be average at this point. Ooh, Mentor the Meek. That's pretty cool. I don't think I can really play around that. If I want to, I could play my land and go for a 3-drop and then see what happens. I think it's probably just better to play regularly, and then if I end up getting a Verdant Force, then just, if I want more cards, just be like, woo, let's go. You know? I don't think this Mentor is actually going to do much of anything, but it is always possible I get some kind of token-producing creature, and I can do things with that. Oh man, I actually got a 2-drop? That's kind of awkward. Or not a 2-drop, a 2-power creature. Oh boy. I need to get a decently sized creature here. Unless they attack, then I don't need to. Alright, so they're probably going to kill the Needletooth Raptor, and then I'll kill their Tuscadon. Like, this is super fine with me, because I get to trade my Raptor for 2 of their creatures, which is usually the plan with Needletooth Raptor. So that was nice. Let's get rid of a forest. Nice, we got to draw a card anyway. With our Champion of Dusk. Other than that, he is just a 4/4. Opponent has made it to 6 mana. They're not playing a 6-drop. They're not tempting the Demon Lord today. I will. You know what? I have a Mentor, so... I know the odds of getting a 2-power creature at 5 mana are super low, but that would be beautiful. Alright, no, I didn't get one. I bandwagoned too much. I should have tempted fate. I should have gone for the Demon Lord. So I'm in a better spot on board, but that doesn't really matter once you hit 7 mana. That's when things basically go to whoever gets luckier here. Any 1 7-drop can just change the entire course of the game. But it looks like we're not getting the kind of cards that do that. We're still just going to sit here making cards. Opponent is trying to go for 9 mana, it looks like. They're trying to make it to Zakama. But they actually, I guess they aren't, because they've discarded 2 mountains. So the Zakama plan is very bad for our opponent, because I need 1 more mountain to win the Zakama fight. And their Zakama won't do any damage right now. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're at 8 mana. Obviously, hoping for an Ancient Brontodon, that would probably be the best card to get right now. That's not a Brontodon, but that's fine. I can trade my 4/5 flyer for their 8/8 if they want to attack still. They're going for 8 mana still. They got the 7/6, which is very nice. So I will go ahead and get rid of this 8/8 here. They are going to get rid of the flyer, which is the smart choice. It has 1 more toughness and it's flying. That's 2 ways that it's more valuable than my 4/4. But my 4/4 is an elephant. Maybe they'll just hate elephants. Who knows? Alright, so we're going for 9 mana. We are trying to hit the Zakama. We got a 7/5 hexproof. That is not bad. It certainly kills their 7/6. They got a Verdant Force, which is really good. That might even just, like... I don't know if Zakama alone can outrace just mono 8-drops. Yeah, let's just trade the 1-for-1 here. Alright. Let's get a Zakama, please. There we go, we got the Zakama. So now we can just start doing other kinds of cards. I guess, no, Zakama can outrace a Verdant Force. Problem is they get to make other stuff. Because with Zakama, I could pay 3 and shoot a sapling, pay 3 and shoot a sapling, and then 3 and do something else. But, yeah, definitely problem with that is they get to keep playing other cards while I'm just spending all of my mana to use his abilities. So I'm just going to play this land. We're going to shoot Verdant Force 3 times. We're going to hope they don't get another Verdant Force for a while. So they have 7, 8, 9, 10 toughness over there, so I'm not going to attack just yet. Alright, so unless they get something with more than 9 toughness, or something that makes more than 1 creature, I think now I just win. Because they can endlessly spend their turn playing a thing, and I can endlessly spend my turn killing that thing. They got the Verdant Force immediately, which I will kill again. All I need for them is to just not get that one time. Then I can clear out those saplings and just have like a bigger creature than whatever they get. Hopefully. If I draw a mountain, I'm in a really good spot. Because then I can kill that and something else. So they're going for 8 again. They got a Polyraptor. So that is one thing I cannot just kill. No, I mean, let's just go ahead and take over the game. That's the plan. So we're going to shoot that. I actually should be waiting till the end of their turn here. So that was foolish of me to just start shooting saplings. At least I stopped after 1. But odds are they're going to get some with like 8 toughness that I can't kill immediately. Oh, I can kill that immediately. Alright. Nice. Good thing I stopped at 1. That was a good course correction there. Now I can just gain some life. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I can shoot 4 times now. I've got 7 right there. This Polyraptor is a really good blocker for the Zakama, though. Yeah, I think I just keep playing lands until I have enough mana to shoot their stuff and start playing other cards, so I can add to the board while just stopping their turn. Zakama's busted. My opponent is probably not really having fun at all right now, which is, like, fair enough. I would probably be pretty mad in their situation. Let's be honest. Because now I can even just shoot down ancient Bronodons. Yeah, this is not a fair game of Magic right now. Let's save 9 mana. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so I can play a 4-drop and get some random. 4/4. When it dies, make 2 2/2s. Okay, cute. I have to get around this stupid Polyraptor here. I basically can't ever attack with this Zakama because their Hexproof guy plus their Polyraptor will just kill it. And they still get to keep Polyraptor anyway. They're going to get their own Zakama. Cute. We're going to kill that. Alright, we've made it to the strat. We just got to make sure that I tap things so it doesn't pay for stuff incorrectly. 2, 3, 4 mana. Basically, all we have to make sure is that we leave all our red mana up. Got a 5/5 that doesn't do anything. I mean, we'll get there eventually. Eventually, we'll have enough creatures to just swing out. And eventually isn't that far from now, actually. Because I can shoot these 2 saplings whenever I want. Alright, so I get to shoot one of these saplings right now. Alright. Since that thing only has 6 toughness. Oops, that was the what? I clicked the red... whatever. Magic Online is a program. Or Magic Arena is a program. Those are both factual. Something cool. Nullhide Ferox. That's pretty cool. I'll be honest there. So they should have one less Saproling if I had clicked correctly. Alright. So now they can make a 16/16 indestructible every turn. So they can now just start making something that Zakama can't deal with every turn. But if they want to play that game, I can start making a 16/16 indestructible every turn as well. In which case this game will never end. So they have 3 blockers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 attackers. Four, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I have 13 mana. I think I need to get like a Verdant Force or something. Which I have some time to get since I have this Cavalier. Let's go 8. So I gotta get something to stop that guy. Well, that's fine. That's flying. That is a threat to win the game here. That works just fine. I now have something that will start damaging them while I control the field. Now I don't need to play any more cards. I can just sit on Zakama's abilities here. I have plenty of blockers to chump block their 16/16. They're going for 8 mana. They get the 9/9. Alright. I think we got there. I'm actually just going to play this land and go at it. Going for 8 mana, they get an 8/8. I think at this point there's nothing that can win my opponent the game. But they're still trying. So that's cute. Opponent is going to fight this out, which is admirable. Alright, now we have enough to use 5 Zakama abilities. If we were in regular Momir, now is when I could play an Emrakul, which is pretty game-ending, but it's not in this one. It's not in Arena Momir. They got a Verdant Force, but it's not Hev Flying. Alright, there goes the concession from the opponent. This is probably going to be like an hour-and-a-half long video just because of that game alone. So, apologies to anyone who actually wanted to watch this whole thing out, but man, it has been a while, but we are 4 wins, 0 losses. Can we 5-0? We got so close last time, and then we lost in round 5. Let's see how it goes this time. We still got 5 wins, but we got 1 loss last time. Looks like I am a Johnny now. Cool, so opponent goes with the Mountain. Probably the best turn 1 play in Momir is Mountain Pass. They gonna go for 2 mana? They're going for 2 mana. What do they got? Beam Splitter Mage. So they got a 2 mana 2/2. That is pretty average, maybe even slightly below average. I got a 2 mana 2/2 that when it's dealt damage gets 2 +1/+1 counters, which is very slightly above average, I would say. If anything comes out here with 1 toughness, that's going to be pretty nice. I don't know if it is, or if anything comes out with 1 power, that's going to be pretty nice. I don't know if it's worth not blocking if they attack with their 2/2, because the odds of something coming out that'll let me do that is not super high. I'm gonna play stupidly. We're gonna keep this guy around just in case I can get that kind of thing. That would be pretty neat. Just any of the like enrage triggering creatures that do 1 damage to everything when they come out. And I guess that works too. Tap down their guy and get some damage in there. That makes me not blocking look a little less bad. They got a 3/3 bending with Menace at the beginning of combat. No, whenever it attacks, they can sack a creature and give it +2/+2. But that was the beginning of combat trigger. Alright, so they got a 3/3 Menace. That's pretty spooky. We got a 4/4 Defender. And that is all that is. That is just a 4/4 Defender, because if we let it die, it will be out of existence before it can come back to the game. They got Vona, Butcher of Magan, which basically means I lose. They can now pay 7 life to destroy any non-land permanent, which is basically any creature that I ever get for the rest of the game that could save me. And they get to lifelink for 4 every turn. Kind of want to not block this. If I block this, I can get rid of it, which is cool. But if I don't block this, I get to keep my creatures to block their stupid Vigilant Lifelinker so that they can't gain life. So if they want to use the ability, they actually have to pay life instead of just gaining it back. That's one of the very worst 5-drops you can get in the game, which is made even rougher after the opponent getting one of the very best 5-drops you can get. Followed by one of the best 6-drops. Not actually one of the best, a very good 6-drop. they now just get to keep ramping up in mana and playing a card every turn of this game. They get to play a land and a Momir card. I mean, I'll double block this with 2/2s, and if they want to pay 7 life to kill both my 2/2s, that's super fine with me. Alright, so they're going to kill the one that might actually do something, which is fair. They're going to pay 7 to kill my 4/4 defender. Just interesting. I do not know why they didn't attack first. Well, oh, I guess then I could have double blocked Vona with 2/2/2s. So yeah, now whatever I get, they can just attack with their team, but before blocks are declared, pay the 7 to kill my thing. Like, this is why Butcher is so good and like almost unbeatable, is because once they get you to a low enough creature count, they get to attack with it and then kill their thing before you can block with anything, so that they get to gain the 4 life every turn, so they only have to pay 3 life, essentially, to just clear your board every turn. But my opponent does not seem to know that. It is activate only during your turn, but that doesn't mean you have to activate it at sorcery speed. So, I mean, my opponent's leaving themselves dead to a flying haste creature here. So let's hope for that. Oh! 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 I'm sorry. That was so loud. Oh! All they had to do was attack with Vona. Oh! Oh no! Oh no! We did it! 5-0! Yeah! First 5-0 of the return of Momir's Madness. Let's get these cards. Come on, something sick. Double rare. I think that counts as something sick. Let's go. Dire Fleet Daredevil. Actually a sick card that is seeing play in Standard right now in big red decks. And a Profane Procession, which is a card that is super busted and limited, but hasn't really seen a place in Constructed yet. But it could. I mean, it's super strong. It's just, it's a lot of mana and it's a little slow for Constructed. Because, like, it's just too slow against a lot of the red decks. So, like, you have to be playing a very specific matchup for this to be really good, and you also have to be white-black and playing a specific matchup, so I don't know. I like this card a lot, though. I think it has a lot of potential, but don't know if it'll ever realize that potential. There's not much longer for it to do so. We've only got 2 more sets, and then it'll be gone. So yeah, if the stuff in Allegiance or the final Ravnica set doesn't make this card good, then sorry, Profane Procession. Well, thank you everybody for watching. That was my 5-0 Momir's Madness arena run. Thank you all for watching so much, and I will see you all next time for hopefully another 5-0. See ya.